What was the process of early city urbanization? Imagine a world where people first moved from wandering around to settling down in one place. That shift changed everything about how humans lived and built societies. Early urbanization was a slow, step-by-step process that marked a big turning point in history. It all started around 3700 BCE in regions like Mesopotamia, the Indus Valley, and ancient Egypt. These areas saw the rise of the first organized cities, where populations grew and people began living in permanent settlements instead of moving around constantly. The first step was agricultural surplus. Farmers learned new techniques that let them grow more food than they needed for just survival. This extra food meant not everyone had to farm, so some people could focus on other jobs like trading, crafting, or managing the community. As food supplies became more reliable, people started to gather in larger groups, forming small towns that eventually turned into cities. These dense populations supported specialized work, like blacksmithing, pottery, and trading goods. Trade played a big role in early city growth. Markets appeared where people exchanged items, and craftsmen created goods for sale. This economic activity helped cities become centers of commerce and innovation. As populations increased, leaders and officials needed to organize and manage resources. They created systems of governance to keep order, enforce laws, and oversee large projects like irrigation channels and city walls. Building infrastructure was another key part of early urbanization. Cities constructed walls for protection, roads for easier movement, and public spaces for religious and social gatherings. These structures helped cities function smoothly and kept residents safe. Cities also became hubs for cultural and technological advances. Writing systems developed to keep records and communicate, and new tools and techniques improved daily life. Throughout this process, rural communities and urban centers maintained a balance, but the growth of cities marked a major shift. It allowed humans to develop organized labor, centralized governments, and cultural institutions. These early innovations laid the groundwork for future urban growth, especially during the industrial age. Understanding how early cities formed helps us see how human societies adapted their environment and social systems to support larger populations and more complex economies. It was a slow but steady march toward the modern cities we see today, each step building on the last to create the urban landscapes that shape our lives.